What is going on, guys? SageArtz here, and today we are here for My Hero Academia chapter 297 spoilers. So it's been a while. I think it's been like a week. We've been on break for like a week, and in the last chapter we obviously had the climax of the war, and we had SageArtz lying outside the Tartarus saying that he's going to get his real body. So we know that the whole jailbreak we've been waiting for forever is actually going to be taking place. Well, I think now. I still haven't seen the actual summary for this chapter yet, but I'm assuming it's going to take place soon. I don't know what's going to happen yet, but I really do hope that everything kicks off now, because I think that it'd be smart if Horikoshi just wraps up everything as fast as they can. I don't think that the jailbreak arc is going to be too long, so I really do hope we get into this chapter. But yeah, as I said, we've been on break for a week, so it's been a while, and I hope you guys are good. I never really asked how you guys are at the beginning of these videos, but I hope you guys are doing well. I hope everything's good. Hope you're having a good year so far. And obviously I'll have links to all the sources I used, all the translations, everything, and let's get right into it. So My Hero Academia chapter 297 spoilers. It says, the first page shows a picture of Tartarus. They described it as a prison equipped with the strongest anti-quirk defense. It is said to be the place once you enter, you won't be able to come out alive. So obviously we did see bits of Tartarus in previous parts of the story when we had All For One locked up there. He was in like a vest and he couldn't move, and they had like guns pointed to him at all times. So if he tried to use his quirk, if he tried to activate his quirk, he'd end up being shot. So Tartarus is a tough place, but we've only really seen All For One's part of it. I don't know if they have like other functions in the prison that will keep certain people with certain quirks like under check. We also saw Stain as well. He was in like a similar like vest preventing him from moving with All For One. But yeah, so we have all these people here in Tartarus, so I wonder who's actually going to get out. It says the next panel showed the guard in the monitor room trying to contact those who are out in the field. One of the guards was killed, and they set the security status into red, and then they show All For One slash Shigaraki saying what anti-climax. But yeah, it seems they've already broken. I know, how many nomus did Shigaraki had? He had seven nomus, I think. 7 or 6 in the last chapter he said he sent it in. But with the fact that the whole war's just finished and all the heroes, there's been so many casualties on the outside, I think that this jailbreak is going to be like, there's not going to be much resistance. That's what I'm expecting anyway. I'm not expecting much resistance unless they have like a super OP hero who just constantly stays in the prison at all times in case this day ever came, which I doubt they do. I think that the guards and everything's just going to be washed. I think we're going to get everything done within the next few chapters. But it says the panel changed, showing 2 guards conversing about that there'll be a new big guy coming called Gigantomachia, who might be the subordinate of the dry plum head, and they're referring to All For One. So these guys have their own digs for All For One, man. Oh, you best pray he's gonna get released, let's be honest. If Shigaraki's sending the thing, you best pray All For One didn't care about these comments you've been making. But it says Guard B wonder why they can't just kill it, and Guard A said that they wouldn't be able to kill it with their bare hands. So they already got word on Gigantomachia, but they haven't got word that the villains disappeared and there could potentially be an attack. Yeah, these guards are going to be in for a rude awakening, but it says using a missile or such wouldn't be allowed as long as there's a trace of human in it. So they can't. Why is that? Why in particular is a missile a problem? Like, they're saying they can't use. Basically, they're conversing about why can't they just kill Gigantomachia and stuff like that. But they're saying they can't use a missile as long as there's a trace of human in it. Or maybe that's a translation for it. I don't know. That just seems weird to me. But obviously, these are spoilers, so we just take as it is until you actually get the final chapter, the proper chapter released on Sunday. Then everything's like crystal clear. But this could be a translation error or something. I don't know. But I just find it weird that a missile is a problem. But whatever. It says that kind of thing shouldn't be called human because they are monsters just like the rest of the prisoners here. Garde told them not to say that because they were wiretapped using a quirk. And even if they're not currently under that quirk, the machine in the guard room will have a record of their conversation, and it'll be a violation of human rights. Oh, even the guards are like pretty much under ropes in Tartarus as well. They have to be careful what they're saying. Guard B replied with saying it's the truth. They only took on the shape of humans, implying that basically all the prisoners aren't humans. He continues saying that they are scary somethings who have lost the norm of humanity just because of quirks. Man, I mean, he's not wrong, but he's not right either. We already know, we've seen all these villains. They're just like everyone else. It's just the cards that life dealt them was just tragic. Like people like, or to be honest, people like Overhaul, I can't really speak for him in regards to his growing up. I don't really know too much about it. Besides the small flashback we saw in the Shihasakai arc. Shigaraki, we already know he was that's just unfortunate the way he ended up turning into a villain. But a lot of villains have valid stories as to why they became the way they are. But obviously, I wouldn't expect Guard A and Guard B to understand this stuff. Like, so it makes sense that they're basically scared of them and see them as monsters. But in a sense, they are monsters as well. They're villains, so he's not wrong there. But you can't just fully blame them as if like they just did it all by themselves. Like they just decided to be crazy. Except people like Muscular. Muscular's he's a sicko. Okay, so we're on the next page. It says the next panel changed, showing the fight between the guards and All For One, Shigaraki plus Nomu. Shigaraki woke up saying, "I told you, this is my body, Sensei," to All For One. So he's already met All For One. That's actually fast. I think most of the panels have been released by now, so at the end when I look at the panels, I'm looking forward to it. But it says All For One told him to just rest because his regen quirk wouldn't be effective if he's not back in full health yet. And then they were arguing. I expected there to be, I don't know, it seems like All For One's like gonna be adopting the whole sensei thing again, like when they were back on Artz. I thought All For One would be trying to be more aggressive about taking Shigaraki's body and stuff like that, and vice versa. Shigaraki wanted to kill All For One. I don't know how this is going to play out. It seems like they're in, I guess, cahoots with each other again. Like they're not really against each other. They have the same goal, but I guess they're kind of competing against each other. It doesn't seem like they're doing extremes like I really thought they would do. It then says, from Shigaraki's point of view, "You were the one who told me to rest." Shigaraki was protesting because even though All For One told him to rest, he kept using his body to attack Tartarus. And I didn't even expect Shigaraki to be involved in this whole jailbreak as well, but he is. All For One then says, "After we get this over with," and then Shigaraki says, "Return my body," and then All For One says, "You're the one who wants my power." Okay, so maybe this is where the problem might come in between these two. All For One continues saying, "You spit onto the world who didn't offer their hand to help you. In order to execute that hatred, you wanted power. This is the result of your strong will, therefore this is an important task." And then Shigaraki said that he won't be All For One's pawn, in which All For One told him to not be mistaken, because to All For One, Shigaraki is his precious successor, the next All For One. Man, shout out All For One, man. Nah, I'm playing. I can't just be giving him props like that. But still, at least he's not as. I'm not gonna say he's not. All For One's a criminal. He's the worst of the worst. But it seems Shigaraki is truly precious to him, despite what he was doing in the whole walk, like trying to take over his body and stuff like that. But he did help him, to be honest. Like the whole, like him taking over, using the quirks, he got him out of the situation. He saved him. He helped him retreat, everything. Maybe All For One, when he gets out, he's just going to be monitoring Shigaraki. Maybe he's done. Maybe he's just trying to retire, you know, get a flat or something, just live there and let Shigaraki do his own business while All For One just governs it in the background. Maybe that's what he wants to do. I don't know. But it seems like Shigaraki is more on the aggressive side in this relationship now. Like he wants to obviously take All For One's powers and everything and like get his body, everything like that. But All For One just really wants to see Shigaraki be the next successor. Or at least I hope that's the case. I hope there's no double meaning behind these words. I hope All For One's not plotting or anything. But you just never know. It says the rest of the panel shows Shigaraki says All For One successfully breaking into Tartarus, and many villains are escaping and they are now able to use their quirks. And then the translator said the ones I recognize are Muscular, Moonfish, and Overhaul. Whoa, Overhaul. Overhaul's, oof, I wanted to see Overhaul escape for ages, man. We know he lost his arm to Shigaraki, but I think he got, but what was it? I think it's the Ultra Analysis guidebook. I still haven't read it to this day because obviously it's not translated into English and I just don't want to go through that all. But I think in that book, they said that Overhaul got a prosthetic arm and could use his quirk anyway through using that. And then obviously we have Muscular out. Let's see if Muscular goes after Midoriya. That'd be funny because I feel like he wants revenge for that. We didn't get to see him say anything after he got taken out, but I feel like that's been prowling him for a while. And Moonfish is... Oh, I was about to just get onto Moonfish. I was just about to say, no one cares about Moonfish. I still don't really. But I was thinking he's Mustard. Mustard's the guy with the whole poisonous gas thing. Mustard was an absolute... That guy was an L. But Moonfish was the one with all the spikes. The tooth quirk. Like the one he fought against Shoto and Bakugo and then Tokoyami took him out. I think that's Moonfish. Maybe he's going to do something. But Muscular... I'm pretty happy to see Muscular out on the streets again. And then Overhaul. Oh, I want to see what Overhaul's going to do. I really want to see what he's going to do. I'm interested. I really want to see the panels. But then this last part says, the last page shows Shigaraki standing face to face with All For One. And All For One saying, through this vacant era, the perfect evil king is born. This is the story of how I became the greatest evil king. That's just a whole... Oh, end of chapter, by the way. That's just a whole flip on Midoriya's This Is How I Became the Greatest Hero. Yo, this... Oof. I guess that's the whole jailbreak. I don't know if we're getting any more of this, but just for one chapter, they've gone through a lot. Like, people have been freed. I think they've already executed the whole jailbreak here, so it's probably over. But that's insane. Especially that whole flip on the this is how I became the greatest hero, this is how I became the greatest evil king. Which, who's saying that? I don't know if that's All For One or Shigaraki saying it. Probably Shigaraki. But that's just amazing, man. But anyway, let's just check out the panel, see if there's anything that we potentially missed through the whole summary. And anything I can point out, let's see. I'm really looking forward to this one, actually. So it's blurry because obviously it's leaks. But we can see like the whole landscape or the whole format of the Tartarus prison is really big. And it's just most... Okay, so the first 3 pages are basically scenery. And then what's happening here? Okay, so these are the Nomus. And this is the guard talking in the room and it's raining. These all have no idea what's about to happen. Are these robots? I think these look similar to the robots that we see in UA. And they're just being taken out by the Nomus one by one. And then what's happening here? It's so obviously these are leaks, but it's so messy. It's hard to make out anything. Okay, so we have Shigaraki here. And okay, so Shigaraki's taking part in the jailbreak, as we found out earlier. He's using his decay, he's like getting rid of all the stuff in his way. And then we're inside the prison now, we can see all the cells. And then this is guard A and guard B basically talking about the villains and stuff like that. Who's this? Okay, so I think this is... It's hard to make out. This is probably Muscular here on the right. Judging by the machine that's holding looks similar to the one we saw in the anime when he was being taken away to Tartarus. And then this is probably Moonfish because he has his face up against the wall. This typical Moon... Okay, yeah. So this is Muscular, Moonfish, Overhaul, and then this lady I've never seen before, but she looks really cool. And then who's this? Crew? That's not Kuro. No, who's this? I don't know who this is. I can't make this out. I don't know who this... If you've seen this panel and there's like it might be Kurogiri. I think it's Kurogiri, but I can't tell. But I don't know. Let's see. Okay, so more panels. We have the guards. Okay, so this is when the jailbreaks actually started on the inside of the prison. More drones. They have so many drones in Tartarus. I thought they'd have hero stations here. It's just drones. Like this actually... Okay, Shigaraki's flying on the Nomu, which is really cool. This whole arc, even though I can't say it's an arc, it's basically a chapter because everything seems to be getting done here. But this just looks insane. That it's going to be like a good... Like when it gets animated, I'm going to enjoy it a lot, even though it's going to be really short. Shigaraki's still using his quirk, even though he's not supposed to be, because obviously this came from a war. Okay, so more robots. Literally, they only have robots stationed here. These are actually... They must take villains very lightly if they're just thinking that robots is enough. And there's Shigaraki smiling and All For One smiling because they've probably just taken note of each other's presence, that Shigaraki's come to free him. Then what's happening here? Shigaraki's being like enveloped in darkness. I think it's because of All For One. And then just more... Okay, so literally the majority of the chapters is them like flying around and taking out drones. All For One, All Might, probably a discussion. I can't make it out because I can't read Japanese. And then what's happening here? Oh, so they have guards here. Thank goodness. I thought they didn't have any guards. I was about to say, like, proper guards. Like, I know we had the watch out ones, like A and B, but I was thinking if they didn't have any soldiers with guns and stuff, what are they actually doing? So we have loads of guards running out here. It's futile, to be honest, because all the Nomis are breaking in. And then we have Muscular, and Muscular is because it's all dark, it's hard to make out, but Muscular looks like he has a beard going. This guy's been here for so long. Muscular just looks very happy to be out, which I'm not surprised. And Moonfish as well. Oh, that's his face. When we saw Moonfish before, he had what was he on? What was he? He was on Death Row, wasn't he? I think he was on Death Row. But Moonfish has a nice level one haircut right here. And he's got all these blades coming out his mouth, and his eyes look really creepy because he doesn't have the mask on. And then here's this mysterious lady. That's what I'm gonna say. But here's this mysterious lady, and she's coming out. She's running out. I don't know how she got freed. I'm assuming she got freed with Musky and stuff like that. But she's running out, and then there's a person behind her, and I can see spikes on their back, but I can't make out who it is. And then she's looking at this cell, and she opens the cell, and Overhaul runs out. So she's just freed. I don't know if she meant to free Overhaul. I don't know if she has any connection to Overhaul, and that's why she freed him. Because obviously I can't read the translation, but maybe she had a relationship with Overhaul, wanted to free him for whatever reason, and Overhaul's out. But I feel like this female character might have a part to play with these next parts coming up. But she looks really cool. Like, she has like a two-tone hair. Wait. She has like a two-tone... No, how do you describe this? No, she has like she has like two tones of hair or whatever. She has two colors in her hair, whatever. But her hair looks similar to All Might's, not like exactly like All Might's, but the way it like droops and it goes down to her like her neck area, it looks similar to All Might's. It looks a lot like All Might's actually. Now that I think about it, but we see Chisaki running out here. Obviously, one of his arms is like flapping through. His arm that got cut off, you can just see like through his shirt, it's all flapping because obviously it's not there. And then we have Tartarus up in flames, Muscular out of here, and then Shigaraki meeting with All For One, and it just looks absolutely insane on this final panel. And I think that's it. But yeah, this chapter's been absolutely insane. The jailbreak was way more shorter than I thought, but it was very exciting to see this all happen. And that female character, I really want to see what she does. But we've got All For One freed, Muscular, Overhaul, Moonfish, and obviously that woman, and probably some other villains that I don't even know. But free my guy Stain, man. How they better free Stain better be on the streets. I've been governing for Strain to be Strain. I've been governing for Stain to be freed for years. I've wanted Stain out for ages. So if Stain's not out through this Horikoshi, man, you're gonna get me very angry. But you know, that's it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's been a while. It's been like a week or two since we had our last chapter. And if you guys did enjoy it and you want to see this next week, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of my My Hero Academia videos. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.